Hi, welcome back to Plant Life Project. Well, today I want to share with you how I make just a basic DIY aquarium lids and 3 ways we can modify these lids for riparian plants. Here are the tools that I'm using to make these lids. Be sure to use a stable work surface and don't forget to wear safety glasses and hearing protection. The polycarbonate panel was purchased at Home Depot and measures 24 by 96 inches. Smaller sizes may be available online, but this size was the most cost-effective for me. Well, let's begin by taking measurements of your tank lid surface. My tank has a rim, and I'm measuring the inside of the rim above the lip where the lid will sit. Once you have your tank dimensions, cut one solid piece of the panel. Then you can decide what size you want the hinged piece to be. This is the part of the lid you will be able to open and close in order to feed your fish. My tank size is 10 gallons and I've decided on a 3-inch wide hinged piece. After cutting this piece, set it aside for now and we will attach it later. Now let's modify the stationary part of the lid for the riparian plants. I make sure the hooks that the planter baskets are hanging from are directly behind these peace lilies in order to minimize the size of the cutouts that I'm about to make. Also, be sure to account for hob filters, air lines, or heater cords as you measure for the cutouts. Be sure to use a dry erase marker to mark the cutout size and make sure you give the plants plenty of room for growth. Secure the lid onto the work table and cut out the marked pieces with the jigsaw. One of my cutouts is larger than the other to account for the hob filter that's behind one of the peace lilies. Now we are going to use clear packing tape to act as the hinge for the front section of the lid. You only need one strip of tape on the top running lengthwise to connect the 2 pieces of the lid together, and this is enough to allow you to open and close the lid as needed. You may have to replace this tape once a year or so, but it's easy and cheap enough that it's well worth using. For the lid handle, I used a stick-on utility hook with adhesive strip backing. These usually come in packs of 3 to 6 and are ideal for this purpose. For a larger riparium where these square planter baskets are used, I simply made a shorter lid. I left the entire back section open along the full length of the tank with just enough space to line the entire length of the tank with these baskets. A third option for modifying these lids is to leave a small gap along the back section. This may be all you need if you're growing pothos or something similar in your tank. Of course, these are just a few ways to modify your tank lids. I really like these polycarbonate panels because there are countless different ways to modify them to fit your needs. Whereas glass is more difficult to modify, it's heavier, it's not as durable. And these panels also still let plenty of light in for your submerged aquarium plants. And these were designed as greenhouse panels after all. And they can be pretty cost effective too, especially if you're making several lids for a number of different tanks. I bought one panel from Home Depot and have made 3 different tank lids so far, and I still have plenty of material left. The downside is if you're only needing to make one lid, you still got to buy this whole panel to do that, unless you can share the cost with someone else who's needing to make a lid as well. Well, I really hope this video helps you, and if so, please hit that like button and leave me a comment. Well, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time, and remember, it's all about the plants.